What if the airplane wasn't invented in 1903 on a windswept beach in North Carolina, but over 1,000 years earlier under the blazing sun of Islamic Spain? The history books tell us that humanity finally conquered the skies. In the 20th century, forever changing the course of warfare, trade, and civilization. But what if we told you the blueprints for a fully functional Air Force already existed in the year 875 AD? Welcome to the ultimate alternate history, the 9th century Air Force. In 875 AD, an Andalusian polymath named Abbas Furness stood on the Aruzafa Hill in Cordoba. He wasn't just a dreamer. He was a master engineer who had already invented complex water clocks and magnifying lenses. Strapped to a bamboo frame covered in silk and eagle feathers of his own design, he took a leap of faith, and for a few glorious, terrifying moments, he actually flew. He caught the thermal winds and successfully glided for over 10 minutes before a rough landing injured his back. He had forgotten to build a tail for steering. In our timeline, that's where the story ends. A brilliant but isolated experiment that faded into legend. But what if it wasn't just a local spectacle? What if, instead of dismissing him as a madman, the ruling emir of Cordoba saw the ultimate military and strategic advantage? Imagine a timeline where the immense wealth of the royal treasury is thrown entirely behind Ibn Firnas. The emir issues a decree summoning the greatest minds from Baghdad, Damascus, and Cairo to Spain. Silk weavers, master shipwrights, and metallurgists spend decades perfecting his primitive glider. They add the missing tail for stabilization, study the precise aerodynamics of falcons, and replace bamboo with lightweight reinforced wood. By the year 900 AD, they don't just have a flying machine. They have the world's first aerial fleet. Picture the skies over the Mediterranean Sea. Formations of massive, aerodynamically perfect gliders, riding the warm thermal winds between Europe and Africa. These aren't just for show. They become the ultimate eyes of the caliphate. Aerial scouts map enemy territories, mountain passes, and hidden troop movements from heights completely unreachable by arrows. The world shrinks as a primitive airmail. System connects empires in days, instead of months. And during wartime, the psychological terror is absolute. They drop incendiary Greek fire from the clouds, devastating enemy fleets before they even reach the shore. European knights and rival empires look to the sky in absolute horror, facing an advanced technology they won't understand for another 1,000 years. With uncontested control of the skies, Al-Andalus becomes a global superpower, sparking an industrial revolution centuries ahead of schedule. If Abbas Furness had secured the funding to perfect his invention, the world map would have been redrawn from above. The aviation age wouldn't belong to the modern era. It would belong to the medieval one.